We love poets here.
From the outset, Arts Upload has been a place where talented local writers can read and, well, perform some of their poems.
This week, it's Chico Sierra, working, as always, with producer-videographer Justin Bond.
His poem is called To the Fortune Teller.
My memories soaked in floor cleaner. I find them in my mother's kitchen, where I found half my smile. The remainder still tucked beneath my discontent, my discontent. I asked the gypsy woman, why is there satisfaction in new things? I've been looking for that old stuff, that pile of old, musty, dusty stuff. That stuff that smells like honey. That stuff that smells like pine salt. My mother mopped the floor. It smells like gunpowder, like a lit match, sulfur on charcoal, shotgun shells and fireworks. The gypsy woman said, "You will always be a mystery to yourself. You'll be the only person to break your heart." She was blind and sweet and smelled like Palo Santo and cigarettes. She held me for a while. She held me for a while. She held me for a while. She held me. Her hair was like straw. What kept a dry woman from catching fire? She touched my thoughts and burst into flames, disappeared like a whisper in someone else's conversation. She took my secrets, the ones I'd kept from myself. My mother is still mopping the kitchen floor.